Hi, this is Pixalf Studios. Today we're going to break down the SMPlVoice logo animation. Let's take a look. The structure of the animation is as follows. We have the appearance of the ringing phone icon, which is a circle. Then it transforms into its final logo shape. And there are these sound scales that grow depending on the sound, each of which then eventually transforms into a separate letter. The main idea here was just this transformation of scales into letters, and that's what we're going to focus on. Let's take a look inside the composition. The phone icon itself is animated using shapes. We can create a rounded rectangle tool and change its parameters. The main one is the roundness parameter. By increasing this parameter, we can make a perfect circle. Animate the keys and transform it into a square. To transform the tube icon, we used rotation and binding to the null object, which controls the whole transformation. To animate these sound waves here, we used the repeater shape modifier. We can see that here. We have a replica animation. This is the parameter right here. And it's animated by the call sound. All the other scales are animated as well, with a little bit of indentation. In order to transform each of these into lines and then transform that into letters, we modified the following parameters. The main one is the repeater position, so that these lines become a solid column. And also animated the gradient ramp parameter of the shape itself, to make it recolor to the color of the letter. Before transforming each of the letters, we have a preparation for action. First, our bar flies off, takes the shape of the letter being transformed and then transforms into its final shape. For each transformation, we used ingenuity and different parameters. For example, here we use shape and the path parameter animation. In the next letter, the transformation goes by combining these two columns and morphing into the final shape of the letter M. The next two columns simply disappear from the screen so as not to take up space, and the column of the letter P is transformed into this letter. This is how it's done with all the elements. And each letter has a unique animation. It all depends on your creativity. For the animation of the letter V, we used these shapes, and the animation of the path parameter. To animate the letter I, we used the interaction between the point and this line. It looks as follows. The dot pops up and then lands. This happens after the transformation pulse, and to transform the letter C and E, we used the following transition. The column flies into the letter C and is trimmed by the mask. The same is done with the letter E. And the appearance animation itself is realized with the help of shapes. An application of the trim path parameter. At the very beginning, we used shapes to animate these outgoing waves. This is a trimmed circle using the trim path shape modifier, and animated with parameters like stroke width and size. We duplicated this shape and made copies like this. As you can see, the structure here is quite simple, and the hardest part of this logo animation was to come up with the idea and realize it, and to realize it in such a way that it was stylish and beautiful. At the end of the animation, we have a glare that goes across all the letters. This is done with the help of shape. We duplicated the main composition, increased its brightness with curves, used the alpha meter parameter and animated this shape. The good thing about this animation is that we can use the alpha channel and this shape will capture only the area of these letters. At the end, we added all the sound effects and we got this animation. Thanks for watching. Good luck!